What's up, fam? This is Legato from Omega Alpha. I'm going to hit you with another video with over 15 projects, alpha news, and everything you need to know about NFTs and Web3, all crammed into one beautiful video hosted by one beautiful gentleman. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you like fast-paced NFT content to catch you up throughout the week. If you want to learn more about Omega Alpha, links are in the description below, as well as every single project that I talk about here. As always, I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say on this video is financial advice. If you choose to follow my snap judgment decision-making process with your life savings, well, there is one thing you can definitely expect. Time to jump right into the video. First project for the video is KOMICHI. This one's pretty interesting, not a lot of information. It's got about 87,000 Twitter followers, 35,000 in Discord. Mint price, mint date, all of that stuff is still TBA. Right now their Twitter is mostly teasers and little video trailers like this. They do have really good Twitter engagement, and they have had a couple massive Twitter giveaways. Like this one, which is KOMICHI, Play Pop Go, and Elemental Raiders. See what they do. Next up is VLVT. This one's pretty interesting. It's an application-only project. You can go on their website and sign up, but as of this moment, you do need a code to get in. They got a very mysterious and exclusive theme going on. Their goal is to build a tight-knit, exclusive community where every member is handpicked. It's definitely been making its rounds in the alpha groups lately, and if you apply, you'll get tagged by their other Twitter account like this. Again, their goal is to be an exclusive, tight-knit community, whitelists, alpha, and access to all future VLVT collections. Let's see if they can deliver. Next one up is Crazy Dolls. This one is really interesting too. This gives you an idea of what the art looks like, and it's been mentioned as a whitelist that a lot of people want in the various alpha groups that I'm in. For now, the website doesn't have much. However, their Twitter already has over 70,000 followers. I'll tell you what though, the main reason why I'm bullish on this one, and I think this has a chance to do really well, is because of the team behind it, a kid called Beast. They're directly involved with this project, and unless you've been under a rock, you've known they have blown up lately. Through all the FUD, drama, hype, love them or hate them, it looks like they're here to stay. They got a great floor price and a strong community. If you look at their founders page and other team members pages, you can clearly see that they're involved with Crazy Dolls, so let's see if they can make magic happen again. Next one I want to talk about briefly is BIRDYBITES. The supply is 4669, but 200 of them will be Genesis Burbs. They'll be inscribed on the BTC blockchain. If you look on their website, you can actually see the inscription numbers. If you don't know a lot about ordinals, Bitcoin, and inscription, all you really gotta know is right now it's in trend and you can get NFTs on individual Satoshis. And it's a little crazy and a little new, but that's what sells. One of the main reasons I'm bullish on it is because it's an open sea drop. Lately, a lot of them have been doing pretty good. By the time this video airs, this project will literally be minting like later that same day. And that's the main reason why I'm watching it, but I do want to make you aware of something else. This is alpha, but it's directly related. OpenSea recently launched a DIY product. Basically, any creator, anybody, can launch a project on OpenSea. You can go to the OpenSea website and apply, and within the next few days, this is going to be fully public. That means that OpenSea launches won't be exclusive to vetted projects anymore. Anyone and their wife's boyfriend is able to use the platform, which is really awesome if you're a creator, but if you're an NFT trader, just be aware that something launching on OpenSea doesn't automatically mean it's going to be great and a solid project and vetted. I also want to mention some other speculation related to OpenSea. Gems.xyz came out with their beta. You can apply for it on their website. The only reason I'm mentioning it here is there's some information out there that is directly connected to OpenSea. So if there was ever an OpenSea token, theoretically, one could speculate that using Gem may directly affect that. Or it could be total BS. I heard a few people smarter than me share that news, so who knows? Not related to OpenSea, but another platform, Bueno.art. If you've minted NFTs recently, you've probably minted on Bueno or have heard of it. They're actually releasing what appears to be an NFT project, and you can join the waitlist for it. But what I'm not sure of is, are you joining the waitlist for the ability to launch your own project, and that's what holding the NFT does? Or is it not an NFT? What is the waitlist actually for? Does it let you bypass the fees when you launch your project? Who knows? All speculation. I'm sure more information is going to come out though, so keep an eye on it. While we're on the topic of open sea drops, I'll mention this one too that mints in a couple days, Planetary scores. This one's pretty interesting. Keep in mind what I just said about open sea launches. They're not always going to be vetted by the OpenSea team anymore. It is going to be more open. This one's pretty interesting, different planets, art, sound, all that kind of stuff. They've done some various AMAs with different groups, and sometimes this art stuff can really pop off. The main reason why I'm watching it is there's only 422. That's the entire supply. We'll find out soon enough if it's a winner. Next project is Overworld. This one's really interesting. Not a ton of information about it yet. No website, no Discord, anything like that. It's all coming soon. Their goal is to be a cross-platform multiplayer RPG. Founder seems to be pretty successful. And in addition to a lot of popular Twitter spaces, they're also putting their team and founders right there for you to see on Twitter. Blockchain gaming, cool looking art. But if you scroll way back to like a month ago, you'll see that they raised $2.5 million in funding. So this doesn't appear to be a random sketchy project making promises. If you get VCs to invest real money into you, that means you're actually building something. Let's see if they can pull something off really cool. Their passkey NFTs are a free mint, and if you hold one, you'll be able to get access to the PFP NFT coming out in Q2. Let's see if they make it happen. I just wanted to mention this because this is really cool. Swamp Water. The Plague is behind this, which is a super well respected group. Same goes for their founder, Pons. Their community's really strong. They got a token. They're always working on something. They do what's called the Frog Tank, which is their play on Shark Tank, where you pitch them projects and they may back it or support it and make it a part of what they do. And depending on how it goes, the committee will get back to you and may back your project or your idea. It's neat stuff. I actually don't have any personal connection to this community, but I just always kind of like their vibe. You can buy 6-packs of their Swamp Water brand, and there's more information on their Twitter as far as alcohol content, different kinds of IPAs, all that stuff. Again, I'm just mentioning it because I think it's pretty neat. How many NFT projects out there are making all these promises that they're going to do all this cool stuff? And most of the time you just get crap quality merchandise like Clone X and all that drama that's going on right now with Artifact. This one's pretty interesting if you haven't heard about it already. MapleStory is getting into Web3 gaming. If you've never heard of MapleStory before, I don't even know what to say. But it's big money, a huge gaming franchise, and has been around for a long time, literally like 20 years. You can find more information on their Twitter and their Medium about their blockchain gaming ecosystem and what they plan to build. It is pretty limited right now. There's no Discord or anything else. But I love to see big brands and big gaming brands get into Web3. As of all the information that's available right now, there are no whitelist collabs. The only way that you can be involved with MapleStory U is if you play the game or be a part of the future community. That's it. Obviously, the NFT flipper in me is crying inside, but it really is the best way to go if you're trying to build a franchise. Let's see how this big IP does in Web3. Next up, I want to talk about Magic Eden. Shout out to Amp, one of the alpha callers in Omega Alpha for this one. They're doing mint madness the entire month of March. There's like 10 to 15 free Polygon mints going the entire month. And you can go to this specific tweet and find this specific Google form to fill out and get a chance to get whitelisted for all of them, some of them, one of them, whatever. It takes like 5 seconds to fill it out. Magic Eden is definitely the #1 marketplace on Solana, hands down, but they're also big into Polygon. They invest in gaming projects. They have an ETH platform launchpad coming out soon. They even have a point system based on your activity. One can definitely speculate when a platform has a point system or a karma system or rewards for activity, eventually you never know what that can lead to. The word on the street is they got a lot of big things coming, and I do want to quickly reference 2 projects that are launching soon on Magic Eden. One is a free mint on Polygon, Blast Royal. It actually looks pretty cool if you scope it out. Full disclosure, Omega Alpha did get beta access to this like 10 months ago, so some of us have seen this and have known about this one for a while. But they have a lot of big plans and it looks pretty neat, so I'm 100% watching this one. The other one I want to quickly mention is version 3. This one is on Ethereum and is actually the very first project to launch on their Ethereum platform and has collabed with a lot of big alpha groups. They're big on community, factions, social decision making, and have been building for a while. Their first tweet was back in October 2022. That's like 10 years ago. Gaming, alpha, community, creators, their goal is to combine it all into one thriving community, and you can poke around on their website. Their team looks pretty stacked. One of their artists was involved in PUBG, so I'm going to see how this thing goes next week when they mint. Shameless interruption and totally unrelated to anything else, just want to give a shout out to Pachan. He helps me with a lot of the YouTube publishing stuff. He is an OG team member of Omega Alpha, and you know those beautiful thumbnails that you see? He is literally Thumbnail Jesus. No, really, he has the role Thumbnail Jesus in our Discord. Anyway, moving on. Here's a real early project, well, I guess a studio really. Jungle. They only have like 5,000 followers, really not much publicly available at all, but they recently just announced that they've received $6 million VC funding. There's a couple solid names on here I'm familiar with. Their whole purpose is to accelerate Web3 mobile gaming based on the blockchain. They're going to share some information soon about their first game. I'm curious. Here's some alpha if you haven't already already heard about it, Amazon is going to launch its NFT platform on April 24th. Obviously, Amazon is huge. This is really big for the Web3 space. There's a handful of projects that are rumored to be the first ones. Proceed with caution, Jack Butcher, checks. A lot of this is just speculative. I don't know what's actually confirmed. I swear I saw somebody mention that a kid called Beast was one of the first ones too, but again, I'm sure more information is going to come out between now and then. Hopefully it turns into something that's really cool for this space and not a flop like the Coinbase NFT marketplace. Wanted to share some smart contract alpha for you nerds. Zeneca did a thread recently talking about ERC4337. Zeneca is a well-respected name in the space, keeps getting bigger and bigger. I'll let you dive into the thread for all the details if you're interested, but I wanted to share it because there's a lot of cool stuff in there that wasn't thought possible before. Recovery options for your seed phrase, two-factor authentication, letting someone else pay for gas, subscription services through smart contract, bundling transactions. Cool stuff if you're into it. Check out Zeneca's pinned tweet. Shout out to Zeneca. Next up is the official Muhammad Ali NFT. There's no tweets about it yet, but it's done by the same people that did the Marilyn Monroe NFT recently, Z-Block. Admittedly, the initial launch of Marilyn Monroe Modern Muse didn't really do that well. A lot of people thought it was overpriced, but they dropped the supply and the floor price skyrocketed. People made a lot of money on this one. So considering the same people are behind this one, it's definitely on my watch list. Next up is Burn Ghost Games. Shout out to Omega team member Jer and the MVHQ fam for getting me onto this one early. I actually think this one might be a possible banger. They got over $3 million in funding recently for their gaming platform, and they really seem to embrace the vibe of retro gaming and memes. Website's done at a really high level. Same with their roadmap. It's literally this Game Boy cartridge that goes into a Game Boy, and then you can skip around and learn more about the project, the platform, and what they're building. But the thing that's really awesome is this FTX game. If you haven't tried it yet, it's in their Twitter profile. You literally play this game running through all kinds of memes and sounds and stuff like that, connecting FTX tokens. I mean, they literally make fun of everything. Tom Brady, Alameda. It's pretty hilarious. Like, just for the fact that somebody took the time to make this game alone, I mean, it's like 5 or 10 minutes. It's not just like a 30-second thing. It's pretty awesome. I'm pretty bullish on this project solely because this thing's really fun. I wish I could show you the whole thing with sound. You should check it out. Next up is LENDAL Pro Trader. LENDAL Pro Trader is a trading algorithm, but it also gives you all the tools to be able to set up the charts, trading, indicators, and everything yourself. So you can not only customize settings on TradingView, but you can also have it bot trade for you. This is literally my tweet. I made 56% on this leverage trade when I first started using LENDAL. Obviously not financial advice. Omega Alpha has partnered with them, so I'm a little biased, but it's pretty powerful stuff. They have plug and play configurations, and then you can also customize and do your own thing. I'm not even going to pretend to have the time to go into their onboarding videos, webinars, Chrome extension, pitch decks, website, all that stuff. But if you're a crypto trader or you want to be a crypto trader, keep an eye on this NFT coming out soon. This one is a possible banger. Today the game. Over 100,000 followers. Their team has ex-members of Nintendo, Sega, Epic Games, Unity. They seem really, really stacked. Twitter engagement is really high, and they're showing all kinds of screenshots of how things look in development, and they were just featured on FreeNFT.xyz. If you're familiar with FreeNFT, and FreeNFT was just bought by Limit Break or partnered with Limit Break, which is related to Gabriel Layden and Digidaigaku. Today's Genesis Mint is coming up soon, and honestly, you put all that together, boom. Possible banger. It's definitely been making its rounds in Alpha Group. Shout out to Scuba Steve from Omega Alpha. I actually heard about it from him first. Plus free mint meta right now. These gaming projects. This one is 100% on my radar. The next one is the Asian project. It's really interesting. AEB, which stands for Alien Eyes Bear. Or like you can see in their 1.5 ETH Floor Genesis collection, it's a bear with 3 eyes. Their founder has a big following, and the main point of their project is to connect the physical and the digital. However, instead of bringing Web 2 to Web 3, they're trying to go the opposite way, where you have the NFT and then that springboards the Web 2 part of things. They have a lot of big plans like soft vinyl toys and all kinds of other merchandise. Their team is pretty stacked as far as artists, creatives. They have a lot of experience in animation, 3D, all that stuff. They've done a lot of AMAs, Japanese, Chinese, English, you name it. I'm really curious to see where this one goes. They're trying to be culturally inclusive. As you can see, they're starting to do AMAs with ApeList and other big alpha groups. Let's see if they can make something cool. Next up is another Asian project, GGE. $99.99 supply, mint price of 0.002 or 0.003, depending on if you're a holder or if you get an allow list another way. They've done a lot of collabs already with big Asian groups and alpha passes, and their Genesis pass has a supply of 555 and a floor price of 0.63 ETH. It was actually a little higher. Their Genesis pass, GGE, has a floor price of 0.62, and honestly, if like 10 people buy, you're almost at 1 ETH. Their founder Anakin has a good following, really active on Twitter, and this type of supply and mint price can really be in trend, so that's enough for me to watch it. Last project I'm going to mention is 3 Ears Bunny. This one's really interesting. It grew really fast, over 40k Twitter followers, got some cool art, and if you look around on Twitter, you can see a lot of different teasers, videos, concept art, all that stuff. Twitter engagement is really high. It has a lot of big influential followers, and some of these animations like this one that was posted like to go, pretty high quality. The other reason why I'm really watching this one is because if you go on their website, you can actually play and get a chance to earn whitelists and like that. I'm really a big fan of projects that actually have something to show before the mint. Even if it's some little mini game like this, which is relatively simple, somebody still has to make this, make a website, make everything look clean, connect your wallet to it, keep track of score. In my experience, it's way less likely for something to rug or go to zero if somebody puts time into it before the mint. Let's see how they execute. And bang, you made it to the end of the video. If you want to see content like this weekly, hit that like and subscribe below. Regardless of how crazy and volatile this market is, if it's USDC getting depegged, Silicon Valley Bank going down and getting bailed out, Silvergate crashing, exchanges crashing, Blur farmers getting wrecked, one thing you can always count on is Omega Alpha. Every week like clockwork, baby. All links to everything I talked about will be below. Feel free to drop a comment as well if you want to see us talk about something specific. And with that, peace out.